Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews. I hope you're enjoying your week. I know I have. Let me first off by saying, hooray, my 222 review got 1,000 views. That is awesome, folks. You are awesome. As always, folks, you're liking, you're commenting, and you're subscribing. Help me grow this channel to a certain degree that it can grow to. So the latest from Netflix is a film called Kodachrome, and this is directed by Mark Razzo, who won an Oscar for a short he did a few years back, and this is written by Jonathan Tropper, who wrote a film, This Is Where I Leave You, a few years back, which contains some certain elements of that film that I like, but on the whole I didn't think that film was all that great. And they're back for a film that in itself contains some interesting moments, but on the whole I enjoyed it for what it was, even though it's not that great to begin with. So this is inspired by the last Kodachrome shop in Parsons, Kansas, which is actually still around, if you can believe it or not. So Matt, played by Jason Sudeikis, is a music exec who is on the verge of losing his job when a nurse played by Elizabeth Olsen comes calling and saying that his father, Ben, he's basically dying of cancer, and he recently found some old film that he shot, and he wants to take it to Parsons, Kansas for it to be developed because that shop is currently going to close in a couple of days. So the prodding of Ben's manager, played by Dennis Haysbert, they go on this road trip. And Ben, being who he is, doesn't trust anything digital. He doesn't, basically, he gets rid of the GPS system saying we have maps. And of course, Matt is resentful of Ben, and they've been estranged for a numerous amount of years, partially due to the fact that, yes, he wasn't around for him when he was younger. His mother was dying, and when Matt's mother was dying, he wasn't there. According to him, he was in an African war zone, and he despises flying. Which makes you wonder, okay, how did he get to Africa in the first place if he despises flying? And quite frankly, he doesn't trust, UPS or FedEx or any type of transportation, which is weird to begin with. So with Elizabeth Olsen's nurse character, basically she's trying to keep these between these two because, quite frankly, of all the resentment. And this is interesting for a film that is about Kodak. This film is not even shot on Kodak or anything like that. It's shot on digital, and basically Ben goes into a diatribe about how, quite frankly, digital is nothing really. With film, you can actually have it on your hand, you can see it in your hand, and basically when people, generations from now, they'll still have these photos. With digital, basically, everything goes away. You can delete it without even knowing it was there in the first place. All the while this is happening, Ben, who is, again, as I repeat, is on the verge of losing his job, is trying to recruit a band to leave their current producers. And, he sells his pitch on his father, who basically says to him, yes, what you have here is basically comfort food. You don't want people to tell people are comforting. You tell them the whole cold hard truth. Matt very nearly succeeds in trying to tell this man the truth, although his father gets in the way at the last minute. Is there anything original about this film? No, not necessarily. It's all about the journey, not the destination. I like Elizabeth Olsen. I like Jason Sudeikis. Jason Sudeikis, I think, is better at dramedy than he is at comedy. There's just something about certain actors who do comedy that the films don't really work. Well, with Jason Sudeikis, he did. Actually, I really do like We're the Millers. He did Colossal, which really is a really great turn for him. Here, he's really good. Ed Harris, wow, really great. How the relationship of Matt and Ben are gonna go here. And we all know how, considering that, as I repeat myself, Ben is dying of cancer, we know how his story ends up being. I found myself thinking, yes, again, Matt here, he likes vinyl records, which is like, if this were a film, this film had more to say about what it means to be old school in the analog versus digital age, maybe that would go somewhere. It really doesn't in this case. We do get some interesting material from Bruce Greenwood, who sort of raised Matt to begin with. So I'm going to say here, folks, for some inexplicable reason, I'm going to give this a matinee rating because the performances are good, even though this film itself is pretty standard. So, folks, Kodachrome, did you see it? What did you think? Put everything in the comment box below. What's your favorite drama film by a comedic actor? What's your favorite Netflix film so far? As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, and enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks.